So I was trying to promote myself being on y'all's show, and to do so, I was gonna post like a like what I thought was gonna be a really funny meme video to
Dude, I know exactly what you're talking
just.
about.
So I was gonna post it to Speakeasy Gentlemen's their Facebook group, and I immediately deleted it. But I guess it wasn't fast enough because I am now currently on a 24-hour Facebook
Shit,
ban.
dude. So I want you to know, Adam, you are the very first person to be banned because of the Speakeasy Meme Exchange. And I don't think, honestly, I don't think it's anything like It couldn't have been a person who did it. Like, you know how
No, it was straight up Facebook.
yeah, they got bots looking through that shit.
Oh yeah.
You want to describe what it is or what it was?
Okay, so so the video was this guy, and he's just kind of chilling. The Rocky music's playing, and he puts his shades down, and the camera pans over, and there's this dude's nuts, and he starts boxing the dude's nuts, and it's like in perfect harmony to the Rocky theme, and apparently Facebook found that offensive.
So I wonder why.
It's funny because the only reason I knew about it was because I'm, like an admin for it and shit. And the cool thing is, when you're an admin, you could see the kind of shit that they pulled off, right? So they're like, hey, we pulled this off of your page because it offended people or whatever. So I was actually able to see it, even though it was already pulled off. So I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, God dang it, Adam. And I watched it. I was like, what the fuck is going on, man? So I end up watching it, and you know how you could like challenge stuff, like you could say it was like an error or whatever. I just replied, ha 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 ha. I had nothing else to do, but I just replied that.
So.
Hey everybody, welcome to Season 4, Episode 4 of the Speakeasy Gentlemen. If you haven't seen the show before, what we do is drink and talk like we would at a bar, but we're all so far away, so we do it right here. My name's Josh, I'm in Spokane, Washington. My brother Pierce down there is in Phoenix, Arizona. Our guest host today, Adam, which I completely forgot. No one fucking told me. Your name still says David down there. God dang it. So I'm going to have to fix that. Here we go. Adam is our guest today. He's in from the Opinions and Beer podcast. He's been on the show before. He's going to be taking David's spot. And then our guest today, Brian, is from Charleston, South Carolina. And,
what's up?
Brian, you're also a podcaster, right?
That's correct.
Tell us a little bit about your show.
Our show is called the Society of Scoundrels. It's very similar to your show, actually. We have three guys just drinking and talking shit, basically. A lot of fun.
Yeah, I did listen to it, man. You guys are super funny, and you're all in the same fucking room.
Yeah.
Which is, way easier than our show. I'll tell you that much.
Well, we all live in the same city, so it works.
For a second, I thought you were saying, we all live in the same house, so.
No. My wife would be pissed.
So you say that sometimes it's hard to get everybody in the same room to record.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So Brian, you have two co-hosts.
Yeah.
One's named Josh, right?
Josh and Steve, yeah.
Oh shit, I wrote brain. So
we just talked about it.
You said something about them being bodybuilders or something like that?
Oh yeah, they're powerlifters.
Powerlifters.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you're like the smallest guy in the room?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm tall, but I'm definitely not as muscular as those guys. I do jujitsu, but
nice.
I don't powerlift.
Casually.
Everybody does jujitsu.
I've always wanted to. I don't though.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I just started it in April, so I'm not very good yet.
Nice. That's pretty badass.
Working on it.
I have a lot of hobbies, and that's one that I've been trying to get into. Haven't yet. No.
Did you know, Josh? Did you know that I took jiu-jitsu for a little bit?
No. How an hour, and then you quit?
No, well, like,
like this is too hard.
No. I never quit anything, but my parents' funds ran out for a lot of my ventures. So when I was a kid, I took jiu-jitsu for like a month. I want to say.
I didn't know that. How did I not know that?
I don't know.
Waffle Sandwich, what's up? George, what's going on? Manny, what's going on, man? So we got a lot of stuff to talk about, but first, let's talk about our drinks. So I know we kind of have a little bit of BYOB just because Pierce never buys anything that we're going to drink. But today, myself and Brian have the same thing. So we got Caskmates, Jameson Caskmates. We were looking around for a bunch of different stuff, but it turns out that this is the thing that we both have in our areas. I haven't tried it yet. Brian, you've tried it already?
Yeah, I was already drinking it, dude. Sorry.
Oh, it smells good. It kind of smells like, I mean, I know it's a stout, Caskmates, but it kind of smells a little bit like a Guinness. This is like Irish car bomb in a bottle, like Guinness and
yeah, it's pretty good.
JMO.
I like it.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
There you go.
All right, Pierce, what you got?
Once again, a Soylent.
Man, I'm seriously, dude.
Not
I'm gonna
made
reach
for
out
people.
and I'm gonna reach out and see if we could get a sponsorship for you because you do nothing but push their product.
Right? I
And
really
we got-
do. I recommend this to like everybody I know. I don't even like try to give them like referral links or anything. I just want them to drink it.
We got Liquid Death to give us free stuff. I'm sure Soylent will.
There you go.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That'd be funny if our first two sponsors was water.
Have you guys heard of Liquid Death?
I have
Yeah,
no
I think
idea
it's
what
like
that is.
isn't that like really special water or whatever?
It's just a mountain water, but like a mountain spring water, but it's fucking what's it called? It's in a can and it looks like a tall can. Hold on, I'll pull it up so you guys can see it. Adam, what you drinking?
I'm drinking the controversial Founders CBS. It is a Canadian breakfast stout. It is brewed with chocolate and coffee and maple syrup. It is aged in bourbon barrels. So I'm trying to keep the bourbon trend going with you guys.
Nice. So shit, I can't get it over. There you go. See, so that's Liquid Death, and it's just mountain spring water. It looks like it's like a fucking tall can.
Like,
Yeah.
they call it Liquid Death.
Yeah. So, as you can probably tell, Adam is very passionate about his beer, which is why his Opinion Beer podcast is doing so well. Oh, shit. Pierce, you didn't even cover this. Do we have a toast? Hey, Brian, is there like a toast you and your friends do?
Let's see. Here's to honor.
All right.
If your honor,
Okay.
sorry, hold on. Let me start over. Here's to honor. If your honor, stay honor. If you can't come in her, come on her. Stay to honor.
All right.
There you go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's some good
I
stuff.
forgot that. I fucked up that last part.
No,
You should've
you're
just
good.
ended it.
It's here's to honor, not
Here's the
stay
honor. I was like,
Here's
it
the
just got
honor.
quiet. I
Just
was like,
stay
okay,
there.
we're done. Yeah, honor. All right, Brian. So we're going to do a segment we call Wait a Minute, where I put 60 seconds on the clock and ask you quick fire questions. You ready, sir?
I hope so.
You are. It's easy peasy. Here we go. So what's the creepiest thing you could say to a stranger on the street?
Oh man.
Here's to
I have no idea, man. Pass on
All right, pass. Do you have a cure for the hangover?
pickle juice.
That's some good stuff, man. If you could be on any TV show, what would it be?
Oh Jesus. Is it a new show or
It doesn't matter. Any show.
Breaking Bad?
Breaking Bad. Nice.
Yeah.
What would you play? Would you be a good
That's what
guy?
I'm saying.
Bad guy?
Yeah, definitely.
There we go.
A good guy or a bad guy? Yep.
Yeah.
One superpower, what would it be?
Invisibility?
Why? What would you do with it?
I would just spy on people and be all creepy and shit.
I would use it to get better grades.
What's one job you'd be terrible at?
Jizz mopper at a porn theater.
You knew that one. You knew that one right off the bat.
Yeah. Were you that before?
No.
You had that one ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Jizz mopper at a porn theater. That's a new one. All right, so that's 60 seconds. I feel like I know you a lot better now, Brian, except for the random thing you would say to a stranger on the street. But honestly, I don't know what I'd say either. What'd they say last week? Can I touch your nose or lick your nose or something like that?
Yeah, I was gonna lick your nose.
Oh, yeah, see, weird stuff. Amen. I don't know how to pronounce your name. What's going on? So we got a bunch of stuff to talk about.
Hey, that's my co-host.
Oh, it is?
Okay.
I thought your
He's a-
co-host was Kenan.
Well, I'll get into that story.
It's your alternate.
But no. Eamon is actually my original co-host, and he's the main co-host
Oh,
in the
gotcha.
show.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's a Twitch streamer. So
Okay.
that's
Oh yeah, but he's called something different, right? What's his handle?
no, that is X
Just-
Eamon
There you
Havoc.
go. X.
Does he do video games on Twitch or like
Yeah.
chatting? What video games?
I think he just got done playing Silent Hill 2. The internet, like I think like there's like a fan remake or something
No
those
way.
fan. Yeah, so he just did that. And he does like Destiny and I guess people always want him to play Fortnite. He hates it, but he has to do it to keep up those money coming in. You know.
I see.
Nice.
You guys
That's
played the new
streamer
Call of
money.
Duty?
Yes.
I
do
I
play
still
it.
have yet to
Yeah.
buy it.
I've been
I
trying to
just
get
played
Josh
it.
to buy it since the release.
I'll get it.
It's
I
good.
told you. I asked my assistant to get it, but she hasn't yet. You've been playing it, Brian?
Yeah. It's pretty. I haven't done much online play, but the campaign's really good.
Yeah, it is.
So I have Black Ops 4, and I don't think there is a campaign on that. I thought
I know they
fucking got
went
rid of him.
crazy for a little bit.
Yeah.
They played in space and all kinds of other stupid shit. But this is the first one where I was like, oh, this is actually looks pretty cool. So
It's really realistic too, like the models. It's like crazy.
I heard it's a
Yeah.
lot more like Battlefield now. Is that true?
Yeah, a little bit.
Speaking of Battlefield, did you see that their Facebook got hacked?
Yes.
They were
I didn't
people were
see that.
all kinds of things I can't say on this show, but if you go onto Facebook,
Yeah,
it was like Battlefield 2K. I think
Uh,
there was like 2 more that got hacked.
Yeah, Borderlands and WWE 2K
Yeah,
were all hacked.
it was just hacked by
That's
somebody. They were posting like N bombs up there and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Posting
on an
pictures of
official
Chris Benoit and all kinds
Yeah.
of crazy shit.
I was wondering what they said because you're like, I can't say it on this show.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the hell could
That's
you
pretty
not say
bad.
on this show?
We don't want to get pulled off. I mean, we say a lot of stuff, but there's certain things we'll get pulled for.
Yeah, I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
Anyway, did you guys see that Sonic got remade finally?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's here's the original. I forgot that I pulled this photo. For some reason I thought I just had the top. But here's the original with the remade one, which looks fucking way better. And then you
So
know there's
the first ones are creepy,
yeah, and
Yeah, they are.
and studio mistakes.
right?
And then there's
And what were they thinking?
yeah. There's a joke.
I think it should have been a real life hedgehog, to be honest, that they painted blue.
Could have went that way.
To be honest.
They should have did like Lion King style of animating.
Exactly. Just a legit blue hedgehog, not those weird.
They're terrible actors. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Did you guys who here subscribe to Disney Plus?
I
got
did.
it free.
I did not.
You got it free. Brian, not at all. You didn't hop on the bandwagon. You have a kid, don't you?
I do. I'm
If you
thinking
have-
about it.
If
But
you have Verizon, it's free for a year.
I mean, it's free for the first week, no matter what.
I have AT&T.
oh,
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yep. Nope. Yep. I do. Yeah. Do you do the 2 for Tuesdays for movies?
No.
Brian? Have you heard about it?
No.
Oh man. So if you have AT&T, you get the AT&T Thanks app on your phone, and then
Okay.
every Tuesday you get buy one get one free movie tickets.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I go to movies on Tuesdays.
nice.
That's awesome.
And Verizon only gives you a whole free year of Disney Plus.
Whatever. Whatever. I save more money on movie tickets weekly.
That's crazy.
So Disney Plus got 10 million subscriptions in one day. 10 fucking million.
God
Nice.
almighty.
And it's not even open. So like our friend in the UK, Alex Whiteley, he doesn't have access to it until like next year. So there's a lot of
really?
places that don't even have access to Disney Plus yet.
What's the deal with Hulu Plus? Because I have Hulu Plus and it's got like Hulu on there, and I'm like, can I get Hulu Plus with Disney Plus?
So if you get there's like a Hulu, Disney, and ESPN combo that's like $12.99 a month, and you get all three.
Wow.
So I have ESPN Plus too, and I use that like today. You know, Saturdays are normally fight nights for UFC and shit, so it's like $4 a month, and you get all kinds of fights.
Can you watch all the 30 for 30s?
I think so. I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
Those are cool.
Anyway, what did you guys watch? Those of you who had Disney Plus,
So I originally,
Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
so yeah, I was originally going to watch the Apple Dumpling Gang,
What the fuck
but
is that?
huh?
What the fuck is that?
Apple Dumpling Gang?
That's an old one.
Yeah, exactly. It's old school. Come on, nah. But
How have I
But,
never heard of the Apple Dumpling Gang? Is that
Yeah,
like
I used to
Strawberry
watch it.
Shortcake's friends?
no, what's that? It's like it's like a really older. He's what's that fucking actor's name? I know
that's Barney Fife. What's his name? Don Knotts.
Don Knotts. There we go. But yeah, I was gonna watch Apple Dumpling Gang, but when I first started Disney Plus, it had like all kind of errors going on or whatever. It's kind of like laggy,
Yeah.
and so I just watched the first page, Mandalorian.
Nice. So I heard everyone was having trouble logging in. I logged in. It was like midnight on the East Coast, and I logged in perfectly fine that night. Like we started watching at like 10 o'clock our time.
It depended on what you logged in with. Like as far as me, I tried. It was like the PlayStation was giving me trouble.
Gotcha.
But like the Roku was perfect. So
Yeah, I did it on my phone. So a lot of people. I did like a audience poll, and a lot of people said they started watching Mandalorian. Someone said Smart House. That was their first watch. You guys ever seen
I
Smart
watched
House?
that. I
Did
watched
you?
that again on Disney
Brian, you
Plus.
ever watch Disney Channel? It looks like you're like, what the fuck is Smart House?
No. I don't know Smart House, but I've
Did
got a son that watches a lot
Classic.
of Nickelodeon, so
Yeah. So
Disney's not as popular for him.
well, he's in luck. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But other people watch The Simpsons, and some people are pissed off because the aspect ratio of The Simpsons was different, and it was formatted differently on Disney Plus. So you can't see a lot of the jokes and shit because it's like cut out. So like banners and stuff, like it's over here on the corner. So there's like a joke that a banner unfurls, and you can't fucking see it on the screen,
You'd think these guys would figure this out.
right?
They're professionals.
X-Men was another one. Steamboat Willie. So the original Steamboat Willie's on there. And I watched that, and it shows like Steamboat Willie's like playing along with music, and he's just like abusing the shit out of animals. Like it's fucking weird. He just like abuses all these animals, like playing on their teeth and fucking killing them and playing on their bones. Not really killing them, but it's pretty crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was way different back then. And Disney Plus also has that like racism warning. Did you guys see that?
yeah,
So
I
it's-
read up on that. That was so I guess Dumbo's racist.
Yeah,
Obviously.
because
fact-
that
in
was
fact-
the crows, right?
Yeah, those
They're like,
black crows,
Is that a
man.
flying motherfucking elephant? Not over here, you don't.
as soon as that showed up, I went and immediately watched King of the Wild Frontier. What the fuck? You're making me forget words. King of
didn't
the
say
Wild
anything.
Frontier. Davy Crockett. That's what it is.
Oh, gotcha.
Davy Crockett.
Why is there racism on Davy Crockett?
No, it was one of the shows that got the racist warning.
Gotcha, got the warning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it says outdated cultural depiction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm glad they at least put him on there though, because
Yeah,
like
they didn't edit it.
they
out.
could have just took it out. Well, they did. Speaking of editing out, they've done that for a few shows.
Well, I do know that for like Star Wars, they edited something to where like the Han shot first thing. I don't know if you guys are big Star Wars fans. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of a.
The
I just-
original ones.
Yeah. So you know how they say Han shot first in the original one, right? It's like
Yeah.
this Greedo. Is that his name? I think so.
Yeah, Greedo or Han.
They edited it so Greedo shouts something like McCluckin or
Yeah.
some shit like that.
McCluckin or whatever.
Yeah, so it seems like he's shot first. Like they basically changed it to make it seem like Greedo shot first.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. They just did it. And then the same thing for like they added some stuff to Avengers, like some deleted scenes. What else did they do, Pierce? You know more than me.
I mean, I only know one more example. I was watching Gravity Falls today, and I don't know why, but they took out some symbol on this guy's hat, and it's just like gone for the whole series. I have no idea why they removed it.
Oh.
I don't know. They're woke, dude. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
They're all
glad they
woke
left
now.
it in though. Have you watcats? What was that, Aristocats?
Yeah.
Is there a racist warning on that too?
No, never mind. It's not the Aristocats. It's the twin cats in Lady and the Tramp, the Chinese ones.
Yeah, the side.
They
yeah.
have like the big buck teeth and shit.
There's a racist warning on that, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
Then in Aristocats, there's they have like a drunk uncle, like the duck or the goose, Uncle Waldo. He's just like fucking hammered. You ever seen that? So he like escapes from this restaurant, and they feed him wine or whatever before they're supposed to kill him, and he ends up getting out, and he's just hammered, just like walking down the street, just like doing that shit the whole time. It's pretty funny, man.
I do remember that now that you mention that.
Yeah, he's like, your old Uncle Waldo.
Good warning.
Speaking of people being racist, did you guys hear that Netflix is now racist? You know who Monique is?
Yeah.
The comedian. She was I think she was one of the queens of comedy, like back in the day.
Yeah, she was.
And she's
She was in Soul Plane. That's it.
Soul Plane. She was in Beer Fest.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Remember?
She drowned him in the tank.
Yeah, exactly. She drowned
Yeah.
him. So she was in there. She's suing Netflix for race and gender discrimination. According to her lawsuit, she said that she was given a lowball offer, and it's a fraction of what they offer other people. So
maybe
she was
because
offered,
she's irrelevant.
Exactly. That's the thing. So she's like, you gave fucking Eliza Schlesinger, whatever the fuck, however you say her name, you gave her way more than me. Well, it's because she fucking draws people in. Like, she's not from like the 90s Queens of Comedy. But how much do you think they offered her? How much do you think the low ball offer was?
To Monique?
Yeah.
$5 million.
$5 million?
Couple million, probably.
Couple million? What do you think, Adam?
700,000.
So you guys were all high. 500,000.
Shit.
Maybe she was lowballed.
That does sound like a low ball for Netflix.
Do you really feel
Right.
like she'd be like $1 million?
Well, only because it's Netflix, and if you're debuting on Netflix, you're front and center. Like, you get put on front. Like, I would expect that you're paid at least $1 million if you're the main star of that show.
Yeah. Damn. So maybe
I wouldn't pay Monique $20.
Well, what's the lowest?
Right.
Because I don't even remember.
Maybe they
much
should
about
have
her.
been
I
offered
remember her being
something.
funny at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
I'm not
lowest
saying
male comedian though that got money?
That's a great question, Pierce. You're faster at Googling than I am. You see him? He's like, fuck. I thought I was done with tech on this show. But Netflix did release a statement saying that they believe their opening offer was fair.
Okay.
And they plan
Well,
on
Eddie Murphy got an offer, and it was $70 million.
Well, I mean,
Jesus.
it's Eddie Murphy coming back into comedy. Of course, it's going to be that high.
Yeah, the number one comedian
Yeah.
of all time.
Amy Schumer got 13 mil.
Okay,
Yuck.
yeah, that's a little fucking high. I don't think
There
Amy
you go.
Schumer's good.
Okay, I
Yeah, but
take
if
it back.
they gave
I'd pay
Schumer
Monique
13
more than
million.
$20.
Exactly.
But I wouldn't pay Amy Schumer $5.
I'm saying we make it a little. I mean,
Well,
like,
here-
I'm not going to
this-
give. I wouldn't say Monique gets.
This one's
million,
interesting.
But let's
What
bring
do
Amy
you
Schumer
What do you
down.
think they offered Ellen DeGeneres?
I don't know. She sells out.
What do you think? What do you think?
I'd say at least like 7 million. I'm gonna say 7.
7 million. So, like, for example, like Chris Rock was 40 mil,
Holy
Ricky
shit.
Gervais 40 mil, Eddie Murphy 70 mil, Dave
I didn't
Chappelle
even
60
watch
mil.
Ricky Gervais's.
Jerry Seinfeld 100 mil. So how much do you think for
100 million
Ellen
for
DeGeneres?
100 million for his show, like for the writing in cars with comedians or whatever, or for his stand-up special?
For Netflix special. Yeah, for a Netflix
Holy
special.
shit.
Jesus.
We got to get into comedy, guys.
Wait, can I back up for a second? Did you guys see Dave Chappelle's new special?
I didn't.
Yes.
So I was gonna watch
Yes.
it, and then my kids kept fucking bugging me, so I didn't.
They gave him a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes,
Really?
and it was hilarious.
I heard it. I mean, he was like intentionally being super offensive, though, right?
Right,
He was
right.
like,
Yeah,
making.
but it was funny.
Yeah, trans comments. And
I
all
mean,
kinds of stuff.
it's not a movie, so of course
just
you get a 0 in Rotten Tomatoes.
in this time, man, everyone's too fucking sensitive. You know what I mean? That's bullshit.
Oh,
How
you
good
don't have
was
to
it?
tell me. Oh, it was really good. I think it was maybe his best special he's
I'm gonna
done.
have to watch it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it today. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
How much did he
But
make,
to
Pierce?
give him a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes, that just goes to show
Right.
you like what
He
Rotten
made-
Tomatoes
he was
really
60
stands
mil.
for.
He was 60 mil for that special.
60 million.
But Ellen DeGeneres was 20 mil.
$20 million. Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez. Wow.
We gotta get on
But Ellen is really funny.
Right, but considering it was 13 million for Amy Schumer,
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't think Amy Schumer's funny at all.
right?
She used
Not
to
even
be.
a little bit.
For me, she's below Monique. So
Well, she was a joke thief too, didn't she? She went a little Carlos Mencia on everybody.
Oh yeah.
right. Seeing
When
these numbers though, that kind of changes my perspective on what they offered Monique. But I don't think they should have offered her anything because.
They're like, nah, we're good.
But if
You
they
can
were
pay
to
us
offer her
to be on
something,
You
here.
take that shit to Crackle. We don't want
right? That's what I'm saying. But if they were to offer her something, they should at least pay her around what Amy Schumer makes, right?
Yeah, I would pay her. Yeah.
I think Amy Schumer's a little overpaid, but you know. Anyway.
Very overpaid.
Yeah.
She
Wow.
was funny when she, what was it, Last Comic Standing? That was the
Yeah.
last time she was funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so Brian, you mentioned that your son likes watching Nickelodeon. So Netflix and Nickelodeon announced their partnership. Did you guys hear about that?
No.
Well, I think they announced an extension of their partnership.
So they're going to be, because Disney Plus is fucking killing it right now, they said, yeah, I mean, they're already kind of partnered together. There's a lot of Nickelodeon stuff on Netflix, but they're also coming out with original content on Netflix as well. Like they're doing a SpongeBob
Nice.
spinoff. But honestly, there's a lot of stuff. So, I mean, you know, like a majority of what's making Disney so successful right now is like the nostalgia of it all, right?
That
Yeah.
only
Going
lasts
back
so
and watching-
long.
Like I watched the very first thing I watched was Darkwing Duck. You know what I mean? I was like, holy shit, Darkwing
Right.
Duck's on here. And that's definitely gonna blow up with Nickelodeon too, because there's a lot of shit you can't find. Like you can't find Angry Beavers or Rocko's Modern Life or fucking.
PB and J Otter.
That's that's what you go to out of like classic Disney or Nickelodeon cartoons. You go to PB and J Otter.
Oh, that was Disney. I thought we were talking about Disney.
I think I'm a little older than you guys.
How old are you, Brian?
I'm 36.
I'm 30. I'm
Okay. All right.
a little older than me. How old are you, Adam? You look just like either sun ravaged or really old.
Wait, am I sun ravaged?
No, I think it's
No,
the hair.
I'm 27.
27. Nice.
Okay, we're the same age.
Yeah,
That's
but
cool.
you're Asian. You look young. So, I mean, aside from that, I know Brian, you probably didn't watch a lot of Nickelodeon. What about Salute Your Shorts? Did you ever watch that? That's
Oh, yeah, definitely.
yeah. See, that shit could come back.
Camp Anawana, dude.
There you go.
There you go. There you
I'm
go.
saying there-
Kablam!
There's a lot of good
Kablam,
stuff.
yeah.
A lot of good stuff that could come back.
Hey, dude.
Are you afraid
Hey,
of the dark?
dude.
They could revive Are You Afraid of the Dark?
They could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, weren't
was
they doing
that?
a movie of that? Did they do a movie of that?
I don't know.
No, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, did you see when they re-released those books and they made the covers like less scary? It's stupid, man. If you could pull that up, it's sad. They changed the covers all around, and the old covers were really interesting and really creepy and scary, and they like made them much safer and tamer. But the old covers were great.
I'll see
I don't know if
I
you
can-
can find that or not.
I'm gonna try to pull it up right now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is it? No, wait, that's just the cover of the movie, I think.
They took I remembered seeing those pictures as a kid
Yeah,
and
they're
thinking
scary
they
as
were
shit.
terrifying. Just seeing the pictures. And now they've made them all like tame, and I'm sure they probably have
I was scared
a
of the
trigger
Bailey
warning
school
or
kids,
something.
so.
Yeah.
You were scared what?
The Bailey school kids. Nothing? No?
I don't know.
No.
Nothing?
I don't know
No,
what
ringing
you're
a bell.
talking about. Oh shit, I fucked up.
They're like the cheap Ghostbusters? No?
No, what the fuck? I mean, like
Bailey
Hardy
school
Boys.
kids? No, they're like
Oh, that looks
Yeah, I remember those pictures right there.
Where's the?
But they
So
like
this is the old
redid all
one.
of them.
This is the old cover. right?
Yeah. Yeah, but then they changed all of them to make them less
Like
scary.
this?
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
All right, look at that bottom right one.
This one?
Or well, yeah, that, and then there's right. Go to your left. Like they changed that middle one right there. Yeah, see that? That
Yeah.
compared to the other one.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's nothing.
That's lame.
Yeah, they just made them all tame looking and not scary anymore. Sad.
Like vampires don't wear polka dots? Werewolves don't go to summer camp? Nothing?
I remember some of that.
Like the illustrated books. Were they
Huh?
were they like
What
illustrated
is he
books?
talking about?
The Adventures of the Bailey
Vampires
School Kids,
don't
bro.
wear polka dots? Come
Was
on,
it a
guys.
cartoon or
What is it? What is it called?
Yeah, it's a
Adam?
book. It's this book series. It's like there's like 100 of them.
What is it called?
The Bailey School Kids. Adventures of the Bailey School Kids. And there's like
Is this from the Scholastic Book Fair?
might have been. Aliens don't wear braces. Nothing.
Mrs. Jeepers' Secret Cave. That sounds erotic.
Monsters don't scuba dive.
See?
What?
What the fuck is
Pirates
this,
don't
man?
wear pink
Here,
sunglasses.
I'll show you, Brian, so you know what I'm looking at.
Oh wow.
The
This
Bride
looks
of
like-
Frankenstein doesn't bake cookies. This sounds fucking great, man. What's up with your weird pulls, man? What was that Don
This looks-
Knotts fucking show, and now you're talking about this? You're just like, what's a real obscure reference that nobody will get?
This looks like the old like what is it?
That explains
Berenstain Bears or
Berenstain
something,
Bears.
or Ramona
explains why nobody,
Quimby or something.
Nobody gets me. Nobody gets me.
So, Pierce, you have some video game stuff to talk about, right?
Yeah, some tech stuff too. I'd like to go into some tech. So, for those of you who don't know, I am studying artificial intelligence right now, and
Because you're not normal
Ooh.
intelligence.
not you're in the wrong order, Josh.
Oh,
It's
whoops.
I'm studying artificial intelligence, and this guy made an AI that can tell where pictures have been photoshopped and how much they've been photoshopped. So we're gonna go through a few pictures here, and we'll see the revelation of what it looks like. So go ahead and transition that.
All right.
So this is Kim Kardashian. You guys may know her. So
I've heard of her.
you see the perfect jawline, perfect
Yeah.
skin color. Let's see what's photoshopped.
So we're gonna guess where the Photoshop is. Oh, we'll
Yeah.
get the reveal first, right?
Boom. So all of that is photoshopped, or what they have now. You guys know about autotune, right? With like people's voices.
Oh yeah.
You have a thing called Facetune now. So it fixes your face and makes you look better.
Well,
and,
I mean, is this not just like a fucking Snapchat filter?
no, it's not, because it's completely like adjusted all the way around. Like those are purposeful adjustments of what she wanted to fix. You'll see in the other pictures, because there's some people like you can tell what they're sensitive about.
Okay.
So here's another one right here. Right,
Okay.
kind of stretched out already, but
Oh yeah, the double chin.
see that? Gotta fix that double chin.
Wow.
That seems to be a common one. It's like the jawline right there that people are
Yeah.
trying to fix. Here's I think
fuck is
Khloe Kardashian, one of the Kardashians.
Oh my
All
god.
right. What do you think? I mean, they had is it just the outside of the face, or is it her mouth too? Is her mouth normally
I think
like
it's
that?
out.
I don't know. Let's see.
It's like a clear, yeah. It's like a lighter
Whoa.
tone than her.
Look at
face.
that. Look how much on the chin. That heat map. It's like completely red on the chin,
God damn, how many chins were there?
right? That was a quad chin. And this one right here. Go ahead, Josh. This one is James Charles. He's known for being.
That's a he?
Yeah, that's a he. He's
What
known.
the fuck is that I'm looking at,
He's
dude?
the first. He's the first male makeup artist that was chosen by Revlon, or one of the makeup
The cover
companies.
girl.
CoverGirl. There you go. Thank you. And let's see what he's let's see what he's.
Oh my
Damn,
god, he had
it's
a
all that
5 head.
nose-
Now
it's
he's
all
got
that
a
nose
4
and
head,
that
right?
forehead.
Oh, God.
He's hiding the
Jesus.
forehead right there.
Wow.
So, and here's the best one. Who's
Who's this?
So I have no idea who she is, but if you look at this picture, it's captioned at the bottom. It's not on there, but I'll read it to you guys. If you're feeling ugly today, just know that the beauty you're comparing yourself to online isn't real. It's makeup, filters, and Photoshop. Strip it all down, and we have dark circles and freckles, or fine lines and blemishes. That's what's real. You're beautiful. Okay? So she's
Yeah.
trying to say, no filters, no makeup.
Ah.
Boom. But she fixed her eye. She fixed her mouth.
Oh,
She's
that's
got a little
fucked
bit right
up.
there on the neck.
Okay,
So
what's
she's-
going on with? Maybe it's just because of squish, but her left jaw is just way out there.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, it's just formatted to the screen.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so she's trying to promote like the beauty positivity, but she's still Photoshop.
So she did something to her lips. What the fuck did she do to her eyes? Why are her eyes so blue?
I have no idea.
How the fuck you edit your eyes that much?
Probably like eye bags or something.
Wow.
Yeah. But on to gaming news. So Pokemon just got released, a new Pokemon Switch, and all the reviews came out for it. So I was watching some reviews online. IGN, GameSpot, they're the main reviewers. And it was getting pretty good reviews relative to what the expectations were. A lot of people thought it was going to be doing pretty poorly. I mean, Pokemon is a franchise that's been going on for years and years now. So it got an 8. If you go to Metacritic, they take a conglomeration of all the main reviewers and they give them a score. And they gave them an 8.1. But then people started getting their hands on it and started giving it reviews, and it got a 3.8. One person said the graphics are so bad, it looks like it was on N64.
Damn. Eamon says Sword and Shield. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, Sword and Shield. Yeah, Sword and Shield.
So, sorry, man. I've been kind of going back and forth, but he's been commenting a fuck ton. He even mentioned, like, when you were talking about your whatever fucking random book you said, Adam, he was like, he mentioned VeggieTales and the Adventures of Mildew.
VeggieTales.
I could see how I can see how you guys really fit together in your podcast, just mentioning shit nobody watches.
Right. So yeah, Pokemon was a complete bomb. And if you guys recall the whole Diablo 3 or Diablo 4 fiasco of them saying, "Do you guys not have phones?" and all that. So the main competitor to Diablo, which is called Path of Exile, announced that they're making a Path of Exile 2. So it's an action RPG, and they're the main competitor, and they've been in the game for a few years now, and they're completely free. And so fans have been saying, you know, I want a gorier, grittier, you know, Diablo 4. And Diablo 4 released their character selection screen. So go ahead and put that up, Josh.
Okay, hold on. Just gotta just gotta find my mouth.
So they're saying, okay, we're gonna go dark here. You know, we're gonna have it all dark, right? So it's pretty dark, right? They're in front of a campfire. So this is Diablo 4 that they announced. So they're like, okay, we're gonna go dark with the art style and all that. And then Path of Exile 2 announces, and this is their character collections or selection screen. So
that's the character selection screen?
That's the character selection screen. So if you go to the next...
After you pick one, do all the other ones die?
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
So go to the next picture. So everybody dies except for you, and you slip down undercover, and you sneak out. And that's their character selection screen. So
what was that?
That's some dark stuff. What's the game
called? It's called Path of Exile. So they're kind of blowing Diablo out of the water right now. And so on top of that, they decided to announce a mobile game, right? So go ahead and show this picture. So they threw some jabs at Diablo here. At the bottom right, they said mobile Fall Guy. Because the guy who announced mobile for Diablo was basically a Fall Guy for Blizzard.
Oh shit, that was him?
No, that's not him. That's the Path of Exile developer.
Oh, okay.
So they're kind of they're poking at Diablo because they're like, this is our mobile Fall Guy right here. But they announced a mobile game and it's like freaking amazing. So another thing they said in the video is, we didn't just farm out our game to an external studio. And that's exactly what Diablo did, is they hired some Chinese team to make their Diablo mobile game, so they didn't even make it themselves. And in Path of Exile announcement video, they're like, we didn't just farm it off to some random Chinese studio. We made it ourselves. Damn. So I don't know. The battle continues between Path of Exile and Diablo, so it's looking good for Path of Exile right now.
Wow.
I mean, not giving it to Chinese developers, all that means to me is that game was fucking expensive.
Right? Probably. It's looking really good, though. It looks really polished.
That's pretty cool.
Are these PC games?
Yeah, they're PC games, but they're going to be releasing Diablo on console. They'll be having it on PlayStation and Xbox for Diablo 4.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it goes way back to the 90s.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're only on Diablo 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, only Diablo 4.
Oh, we had... Brian, Jesus. You ever play Diablo?
A long time ago, like in high school, I had a buddy that was really into that game, but that was like the first one, and now they're only on 4, and that was
Do you remember the guy with the staff?
like 20 years ago.
Do you remember the guy with the staff next to the fountain? When you start the game, his name's Decker Kane.
Yeah, vaguely.
Vaguely. Well, we had him on the show.
Yeah, he was on here.
Yeah, he was on here.
Yeah, so it's crazy because he was like, oh, you know, he was introduced to us as a guy from Diablo, so we're like, oh, that's cool. And then he's like, oh yeah, I do the voice of the gopher on Winnie the Pooh. I've done it since like the 80s. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then he's like, yeah, I also do, like, he did Zazu's voice, obviously not Rowan Atkinson, but he's done Zazu's voice. And he's like, oh yeah, and on top of that, I do all the Shreks that Mike Myers doesn't do. He does like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Like, he does all kinds of shit. And I'm like, what the fuck?
And you had him on the show. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, he was awesome. Which is weird because I say he's probably... I mean, Adam down there is going to fucking laugh when I say our most notable guest because he's had fucking crazy people on his show. But I'd say he probably was our most notable guest. But the person who has the most like live views and downloads
TikTok.
and all that stuff is a TikTok girl.
Oh, really?
Some girl from TikTok. I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw like her video and I was like, I should reach out to her. So I did, and she was on our show. She has the most like everything, most downloads.
Yeah, she has like thousands of views on
Yeah.
this.
Some hot chick.
Basically, yeah. I mean, there's not really anything else.
Oh yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
I'm just too old now, 27, too old to understand TikTok and who's popular and all that kind of shit. And I'm always told to interview like these famous TikTok people and famous Instagram models and shit. And I'm like, I don't know these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I don't understand TikTok either.
So
I don't know anything about it.
I want to say Adam's most notable guest that I've seen that was like, what the fuck, dude, was shit. Why can't I think of his name? Spawn.
Yeah, Michael Jawline.
Michael. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, he was on his show.
That's cool.
And I was like,
Yeah, I've got his phone number. I'm waiting to collaborate on it.
Adam, how long have you been doing your podcast?
Exactly. I think 13 months.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
12. Oh, okay.
Adam,
That's cool.
when Adam first started his show, how long were you into your show before you were on our show?
Oh yeah, you want to go on a tangent? I have this prepared.
Yeah.
So it's been exactly since I think I came on the show back in December 3rd on the Speakeasy Gentleman, and we were about 3 months in because we posted our first episode in October. We were about midway into our 12 Pods of Christmas segment. By the time New Year came around, we were like, we really need to do stuff to just garner more attention. You know, like I like the format kind of. I like what we're doing, but we really need like guests. We need to start trying to pull in guests. So we started off with going into like some like weird podcasting group or whatever, and we pulled Philip Andrew, who's like a professional speaker. And then from there, I was like, I don't really want to talk to any more of these people. He was cool, but all these other people kind of, everyone else seems kind of lame. and so instead, I went into some film, like these weird independent filmmaking groups, and I started pulling some filmmakers and whatnot, and that led me down a rabbit hole of finding some managers and whatnot, and connecting with managers. And I just so happened to connect with Zero Gravity Management, and they were able to book me Michael Jai White, which that was in. Actually, I used the fact that we interviewed rock band Boba Flex because that was the first big interview that really gave us a shot was Boba Flex, and we did a live interview with them over at where they were performing, so that was really cool. And then we went on. We interviewed Michael Jai White. It was really awesome. He's the coolest motherfucker in the world. He immediately went on to another show that was way more popular than us.
Yeah, I mean, I want to know what your one-pager looks like because we have one, and I mean, you had basically like no real like notable people, and you were just like you really just sold yourself to be like a big show, right?
Well, essentially, I was just kind of like, look, we just interviewed a rock band, Boba Flex. We just interviewed some independent filmmakers. And we just thought it'd be really cool to interview Michael Jai White because Kel Mitchell just turned us down because he's a born again non-alcoholic or something. And so Kel Mitchell turned us down, and so I was so upset. I was like, we need somebody. Let's get somebody. So we went and got Spawn, and that was really cool. And then immediately we had Jan Broberg, who is actually our biggest episode right now. Jan Broberg.
Know who that is.
She's from the documentary Abducted in Plain Sight. She's like the
oh wow, yeah,
she's who
that one.
Yeah, she's who it's who it's about. So I contacted her, and she was just on The View. She came back home from being on The View and came on our podcast.
And went on Opinions of Beer.
Wow.
And so that was a
awesome.
really awesome guest. And then and y'all, when I was on here last, I was with my co-host Kenan.
Yeah.
And since then, we did an episode called "Cause of Death." It's where we reviewed a beer called "Cause of Death." It was a 21% all grain beer. On top of that, there was also like 8 other beers because we were with like professional beer drinkers. and so all they had was a bunch of they had 8 different 12% alcohol by 12 to 20% alcohol beers and whatnot. And so we're sitting there down in these, and if y'all don't remember, Kenan probably got drunk off that one beer when we were on y'all show.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely seemed pretty wasted.
And
then he was like, "I gotta go back to Domino's after this."
Yes,
I'm on my lunch break.
The thing with addicts is that if you get them drunk, their addiction starts to seep through, and them wanting more than what they have causes a problem, and they call people's parents the FAGGOT word, and they pour drinks on children's heads.
What the fuck?
And so we haven't had him on the show since, and I think that was back in May, and so we kind of had a falling out since then. I'm not really allowed to speak to him anymore because he kind of went overboard. So
wow.
But since then it's just been me and Eamon, and we haven't had too many guests since Wednesday 13. We went and interviewed a rock band, Wednesday 13. If you don't know him, he was also Murder Dolls, and Murder Dolls has that guitarist from Slipknot. So
nice.
And Wednesday 13 was really cool. And we just interviewed some more filmmakers and this guy from Australia, because this people that I don't know how they make money keep wanting me to interview their clients. I'm like, I don't know how you guys are rich or where you get your money from and how you have clients and how you I'm one of those people that I'm really I see these pictures that they post of them in these weirdly extravagant high life situations. I'm like, how the fuck do they? This has to be so real.
Pierce mentioned this AI that could tell you where you were photoshopped and shit. There's this service that outs people that are fake like that. So if they go to a mansion or take a photo in a private jet or some shit like that, they do the research and they just out people for pretending to be rich. They'll be like, yeah, this, and they pull receipts and shit. They're like, this is how much they paid to rent it, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you're dealing with a bunch of fake ass people. That's
well, I don't know. I don't know, but they seem legit. They seem like they're randomly legit. They randomly have these weird connections where you're talking to people that are legitimate actors and whatnot. People that were in. I mean, she connected me with this girl that's she's in Bad Boys for Life, and she was in that movie with Matthew McConaughey and stuff. And was at London Seabreeze when we interviewed London Seabreeze. And so it's just weird. I don't know where these people get their fucking money or what they do in real life. We have this one guy contacted us to he wants to pay us to interview his clients. And I'm like, well, what the fuck's in it for him? And he's like, he wants to pay us 60 Australian dollars. And he's getting paid he's getting paid like 1,000 Australian dollars. I'm like, what the fuck kind of Ponzi scheme is this bullshit? It's like, what the fuck?
I mean, it sounds like you get 60 Australian. What's an Australian dollar? They have their own currency over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like $20 less than American. So.
Jesus.
Oh, shit. I mean, I thought they
Hey, you
spoke-
got an interesting podcast there, man.
Anyway, Brian, you're the guest today. Let's talk about your show.
My bad.
That's okay.
I
My
had
show's
a-
name, my show is called the Society of Scoundrels. We're
Badass
just starting
name, by the
out.
way. Badass name.
We
you know,
haven't been.
I don't
on
mean to
air.
interrupt you, Brian, but we've had a lot of shows that barely were starting off on our show, and they've gone way past us. So this is really like a launching like platform.
Oh, okay. Good.
And it has nothing to do with us. You're just on this show. It's like Good Luck Chuck. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you date him, and then the next person you're with, you marry. Like that's just that's like the juju we give you.
Right. Well, we kind of go through a lot of the same similar type topics that you guys do. Just basically bullshit, whatever we want to talk about, cracking jokes and just acting like assholes. That's kind of what we do.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
It's funny as shit too. Funny
We've
as shit.
only done 4 episodes. We've got I don't know when this is airing, but as of tonight, there's one coming out tomorrow, episode 5. And I think it's probably our best episode. We're kind of learning as we go, but it's getting better. We're gaining more listeners, trying to get it out there, you know. But you can find it anywhere, really. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, anywhere podcasts are available. So take a listen. The Society of Scoundrels. It's been a lot of fun. I'm really just kind of learning as I go. So
Yeah,
That's
and
what it is.
Like I said, it's funny. You guys are super funny, man. If I could go
Thanks, man.
visit, I'd love to be on the show.
yeah, we're gonna get you in as a Skype.
Let me
guest,
tell
man.
you, your audio though is I'm so fucking jealous of how clear your audio. Like I have a good mic in front of me, but when it goes through like Skype and YouTube and we cut the audio and shit, nowhere near your guys' audio quality. And you know, like you said, like your show's so much like ours. It's just fucking just hanging out. You feel like you're in the room with you guys. You know what I mean? It's a really good.
Yeah,
show.
man. Also, I wanted to let you know, since episode 5 is coming out tomorrow, I gave you guys a big shout out on there.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I told them where to find you on YouTube, everything. We talked about your show, so
Hell yeah. Good
give it a
stuff.
listen.
All right. We'll share the link also for that on our Facebook page. Speaking of Facebook, I have the Speakeasy meme exchange. So, oh shit, Spokane news. Fuck, I forgot about that. We got time. You guys have time. Brian, you have time?
I
Yeah.
have all the time.
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
So, like I said, I'm in Spokane, and Spokane sometimes is a weird fucking place to live. So we have this thing called Spokane News, and weekly I try to cut some clips from Spokane News just to show you the kind of shit I'm dealing with. So here's the first one: reported person with a gun. The caller says they saw what they think is a stolen vehicle and pulled a gun on the driver. So
Wow.
they're not even really sure, but they're
This
just
looks
like,
stolen.
Yeah, this looks like a stolen vehicle. Corbin, what's up, man? Corbin says Spokane's nuts. Absolutely true. So here's another one.
Right.
Reported male is wearing nothing but a mask and enjoying himself. Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure you
that's
guys know what
something
that
I
means.
do in my own home, but this guy's doing it in public, huh?
At least he's doing it with a mask on. Reported train is arriving with an assault victim that had his hair cut off by a female on the train. So he's an assault victim, got his hair cut off on the train. Good stuff.
This is how Spokane is, huh?
Yeah, and then here's one more. Yep, one more. Vigilante justice again. Person has pepper sprayed a person they thought was a DUI driver on a motorcycle. So they're pretty sure the person on the motorcycle was drunk, and they just ran at him with fucking pepper spray.
You know, this sounds a lot like your old, I don't know if it's something you still do or not, but your Florida Man segment that you had.
Yeah, dude, shit. We should have kept doing Today in Florida. I forgot about Today in Florida. That was last season.
Okay.
Did y'all ever talk about that guy that ran outside naked and he started like choking random people and apparently he just killed his family inside?
What the fuck?
Did you ever show that video?
No.
Okay.
There's a video of it?
Yeah, he's like running outside. He's like naked, and there's this guy, and he's like a fucking cop, and he's not shooting the dude. He runs away from the naked dude, and the naked dude just runs up to a random pedestrian and starts choking him.
I did see the cop. I did see that the naked guy run after the cop. I didn't know he just killed his fucking family.
Yeah, he just killed his family. He's kind of famous. I think he was like a slightly famous person, or he killed the family of a famous person. He was like their the son-in-law or something.
Holy
God
shit.
almighty.
Yeah. Hot topics Adam's bringing to the table.
Yeah.
All right, so before we say goodnight, that wasn't that long. Before we say goodnight, let's get into the Speakeasy Meme Exchange. So, Speakeasy Meme Exchange is a page that we have on Facebook, and it's a place, like I say, it's a fucking judgment-free zone where you could just share whatever you want without fear of being judged by anybody, except for when AI is involved and you get banned, like Adam here.
I recently joined the Speakeasy Meme
You
Exchange.
did, yeah, you infiltrated.
How
How many
have
times
I
were you
been
offended?
I haven't been offended.
Not yet?
No. I don't think I get offended. I just disagree with people.
Okay. So I pull the funny ones. Obviously, there's a lot that I can't share on here.
I think I've been a model
including
member.
The boxing one that Adam was talking about. But I pull a couple funny ones. So here we go. This one's on topic with tonight's show. So not even 15 minutes into Disney Plus, and you've got a friend in you. Here's a shout out to my ex. I see my ex has reserved a seat.
Now, I will be offended if one of these images aren't the one that I posted.
I'm gonna say probably not.
Oh, I'm offended.
So this one was sent to us. Interviewer, how do you explain this 4-year gap in your resume? That's when I went to Yale. That's impressive. You're hired. Thanks. I really need this job. Oh man. This right here was hidden. So you know how like things are offensive, so you have to click to unhide it or whatever. Tell me why. Tell me why here. The Adventures of Helen Keller.
That's it.
That's it. That was fucking hidden. Like somebody got in trouble for posting that.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. That wow is right. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, what else we got? I think we're about ready to wrap up. Brian, you said Society of Scoundrels coming out tomorrow. Brand new
Yeah, we got
episode.
episode 5 coming out tomorrow. I just finished editing it today, so.
What are some topics you guys bring up in your
Edit.
episode?
You hear that, Pierce? The edit.
This one here, we've got, let me pull it up real quick. Make sure I got something interesting to tell
We
you
do
guys.
live edits.
Yeah. So on this episode, we talk about, we do a beer review every episode. I talk about Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty.
There we go.
I talk about dispatch supervisor missing a call because of Netflix, the dumb 911 dispatcher. Did you hear about that?
No way. They're watching
Yeah.
Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that.
Holy
They've
shit.
got Tesla's got a new electric truck.
I saw a picture of that.
I didn't see that.
I go on a long rant about
I'm just gonna watch his or listen to his show, and then I'm just gonna steal all the topics for next week.
yeah.
Wow,
I
that
go on
truck looks amazing.
I've got a long rant about John Legend and Kelly Clarkson remaking "Baby It's Cold Outside"
I heard about
What
they
a-
changed the
for
lyrics,
the
right?
new PC culture. Yeah.
Oh, great.
What a shitty
I
song.
mean, we covered that.
Yeah.
We covered that on the show before about how those lyrics
Dude,
were offensive. And
it was
shit.
literally when I was on the show last year.
Is that
we
what
talked
it was?
about Baby It's Cold
Shit.
Outside, and I talked about how it's the worst Christmas song ever made,
Yeah.
and no one should be offended by it because it's just terrible anyways.
Oh shit! You know what's funny is because I just talked about it on the podcast. I thought it was a well-written Christmas song.
What? It's so boring. It's the most boring as Christmas. Every time it plays on the fucking
Christmas
All right,
songs are
all
grocery
right,
pretty
store.
Adam.
boring.
What's your go-to Christmas song? What's your favorite one?
There you go.
Oh shit. Jingle bell, jingle bell, cocks. No, I'm joking. That's not a. I said cocks. It's not funny.
I got a
Grandma
good one.
got
But,
ran over.
Probably what Santa looked a lot like Daddy to keep it Texas as a
Gotcha.
nice southern.
Brian, you said you got a good one.
Yeah, have you guys ever heard Chris Cornell doing Ave Maria?
No.
It's actually really good. I don't know if Ave Maria is considered a Christmas song, but I think it is.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sort
of.
Say yes.
I don't speak whatever language that's sung in.
Italian?
Is it?
I don't know.
I felt like Pierce was going to look it up. Anyway.
I am looking it up. It looks like maybe German.
Is it?
Ave
I don't know.
Maria?
The one that I looked up is German.
I don't know. All right. Anyway, thanks again for being on the show, guys. I had a lot of fucking fun with you tonight. Find us, Speakeasy Gentlemen, here on Facebook and Instagram at the Speakeasy Gentlemen. You could also find us on patreon.com/Speakeasy Gentlemen. Find episodes or audio for all episodes on iTunes, Podbean, basically anywhere podcasts are found. Special thanks to the Speakeasy team, Vader, Ricky, and of course you guys, Pierce, David, who's not here, R.I.P. David, Adam, and Brian. Adam, thanks for being a guest host, and Brian, thanks of course for being on the show. Had a lot of fun with you, man. We'll share all the links to our guys' shows here. Like I said, they're super funny. Opinions and Beer, find that, and the Society of Scoundrels. Lots of good stuff, man. Thanks for being on. Happy to have you guys on again.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.